Sorry I didn't hold the door open for you. Lady I didn't know was there. I'm still trying to process what just went down. I got home late from work tonight and walked up to my apartment building. As I unlocked the door, some guy outside slipped in as I opened it, and I followed right behind him. He was the only other person around that I could see. We stepped inside and went our separate ways, him to the ground floor and me to the elevator. I thought that was the end of a totally ordinary night. No more than a minute passed when Angry Lady stormed onto the scene. She was furious. "Screw you two idiots for not holding the door for me," she yelled. This outburst caught me completely off guard. I genuinely hadn't seen anyone else outside, and I was taken aback by her sudden rage. For a split second, I considered turning back to hold the door open for her, but before I could react, she kept going. She's clearly not looking for an apology or a helping hand, I thought. Her venomous tone made it clear she just wanted to vent. So I made a conscious decision to tune her out and avoid escalating the situation. By this point, the other guy had already vanished into thin air, leaving me as the sole target of her wrath. I stood there, trying to remain calm and composed, while she continued to unleash her fury. Angry Lady's verbal barrage intensified, with her spewing vicious insults my way. "Fuck you, you fat piece of shit, you stupid asshole. Fuck you," she repeated variations of these phrases, her voice growing louder and more venomous with each passing moment. It was like she'd lost all rational thought, consumed by her rage. Her words were laced with pure malice, and I could feel the hostility radiating from her. I kept my cool though, refusing to engage or give her the satisfaction of getting under my skin. Thankfully, she was headed in a different direction, so I knew I'd soon be rid of her toxic energy. I focused on reaching the elevator, eager to put this unsettling encounter behind me. As I stepped into the elevator, I felt a wave of relief wash over me. The door slid shut, and I was finally free from Angry Lady's poisonous tirade. The sudden silence was a welcome respite. I couldn't help but think, what if she'd started yelling a minute earlier? I would have held the door open for her. It was a small consolation, but it reinforced that I hadn't intentionally ignored her. The elevator ride gave me a moment to process the bizarre encounter. Who loses their cool like that over a door? And at 2 a.m., no less? It was surreal. As the doors opened on my floor, I shook off the lingering unease and headed to my apartment, grateful for the peace and quiet within. I couldn't shake off the feeling of bewilderment as I settled into my apartment. Her over-the-top reaction still had me stunned. I thought to myself, if only she'd spoken up sooner, or even made her presence known, I would have gladly held the door. It wasn't just the door incident itself, but the venom and hostility she unleashed that left me perplexed. Who explodes like that over a minor inconvenience? And what possesses someone to lash out at complete strangers in the middle of the night? The more I thought about it, the more it seemed like a disturbing glimpse into her emotional state. 2 a.m. was no excuse for taking out frustrations on innocent people. It just didn't add up.